Name's Emily Thresher. I'm a newly qualified radiographer and I work for Musgrove Park Hospital, which is in Taunton in Somerset. So I applied for the apprenticeship route because I previously completed a Bachelor of Science degree before, and it didn't take me into a career that I wanted to go down. So I knew I wanted to work in the NHS with patients. So I looked into kind of apprenticeships, and the radiography degree apprenticeship sounds really good because obviously you earn whilst you learn on the job, and that's really a really good thing for mature students or for anyone that's previously studied another degree, as it just means that it's a lot easier for you to kind of, with your lifestyle, being a mature student and obviously learning a new career. There's you're based at a hospital that employs you, and then over the course of the 3 years, each year you have a 1 week university week, which you go into the university, which my university was with the University of Exeter, and you meet the other apprentices on your cohort, and you go through kind of lectures and seminars during the week there, and then in between the campus weeks you obviously work back at the main hospital, and within those weeks you just kind of, it's mainly plain film x-rays that you work on in the first year, and then throughout the year obviously you do have SOAPs, which are kind of like clinical assessments that you do alongside other assignments throughout the year, and then obviously as you go through to second year you go into kind of more modality based areas, so like CT, MRI, ultrasound, interventional radiography, DEXA, PET scan, and then in third year it's kind of a mixture of both, alongside where I was with the University of Exeter. You got to choose an area that you were interested in, which I chose interventional radiography, so I spent 2 days a week in there. So there's a mixture of things that you do, and it covers a lot of a range of kind of topics, clinically, physics based, patient care, everything like that. The degree apprenticeship, I find, because it's a patient-facing role, my confidence has grown massively. I feel like I'm able to really understand patients and be able to kind of change the way I kind of speak to patients depending on their circumstances, whereas beforehand I never really had that experience for myself to gain the confidence to speak to people in different circumstances. So definitely my confidence has grown, and I've been able to learn some new things that I never thought that I would be able to learn, physics being one of them, and yeah, just working within multidisciplinary teams, I've been able to meet different kind of healthcare professionals across the board, and I think that it's really opened my eyes up to kind of all the different healthcare professions within the hospital and how we all work together to kind of help the patient's pathway, and really how x-rays are play a massive role within a patient's pathway within the hospital. So I checked, well, we were lucky enough that the hospital that I work at were accepting external applicants as well as internal. So I actually was an external candidate, so I applied through their website on their careers. So it's always good to check the hospitals themselves, look at their careers page on their websites, because sometimes they do advertise it on there. And then went through that process. I managed to get an interview, and then obviously before the interview I did come and get some work experience, which I think is a very important thing to do, because obviously you want to make sure that where you are hoping to work at is a place that you are wanting to work at. You understand kind of how that place works, and whether or not it is the career you definitely want to go into. And I feel like it's a great way to help with your application, because you can write what you saw on your work experience, and it's just kind of like a talking point that can help you in interviews as well. And then I came for an interview, and yeah, I got the job. I would say for anyone considering to apply for apprenticeship to just go for it. I feel like I wish the apprenticeship came out quicker, as it would definitely have been my first option rather than of previously doing another degree. And then that would have meant that I would have probably been doing radiography a lot longer than now. I would say that you've got nothing to lose. I think that it's a great way to learn because you are earning on the job. You get to meet really amazing people through the course, because obviously you've got other apprentices going through the same thing at the same time, so you get to meet different apprentices from across the country, which is really good. You get to understand how their hospital work, which is good for, say, future. If you did want to move to another hospital, you gain insight into other hospitals. Also, it's just, this career is very rewarding, and it's a very progressive career. It's always changing. So although you'll be doing plain film to start with, there is other avenues you can go down with radiography, and it's very progressive. So that is something that I would say is a great benefit of radiography as a career. And I would just say just go for it. You've got nothing to lose.